Hello class and welcome to Module 5. This is going to be the week that we put it all together and that you put together your actual essay. So I'm going to, this one might be a little bit longer. I would highly advise you to take notes and come back to this, as this is the lesson that will ensure that you meet all of the requirements of this assignment. Okay, so I have the directions pulled up in front of me. So for this one, it's an actual essay. So you're just going to have a title, title page if it's APA, just a title if it's MLA. You're not going to have labels on anything. Nothing will be bolded. Nothing. Nothing will be bigger font. So everything in here must be Times New Roman, 12-point Times New Roman. And you have to indent each paragraph and double space. You don't want to put any extra space in between your paragraphs. So this is following proper format. So if you need to listen to this again and take notes, I would highly advise you to do that, because if you don't follow proper format, that loses you points in the communication aspect of the rubric right off the bat. And that's a very easy fix. So like I said, I would rewind it, take notes, and ensure that you do that. And if you don't understand something, then email me and ask. So for this one, you're going to have 5 paragraphs. You can only have 5 paragraphs. You don't have 6. You don't have the counter argument into it. The counter argument is written into each of your key points. Okay, so I'm going to break down what your paragraphs will consist of. Your introduction. You're going to slowly introduce your topic and have a thesis statement at the end. The thesis statement, it must reveal your points, your stance, and your key points. I have an example below, okay? So I'm going to go through it, and then we're going to talk about the example, okay? So an introduction with a thesis at the end with your stance and your A, your B, your C. Then you're going to have your A, your B, your C, and a conclusion. So your key points, your body paragraphs will be the first reason, next, lastly. So you want to keep those consistent, and you want to keep those to have simple sentences. You want to use in-text citations in every paragraph and make sure that you're not relying just on direct quotes. And so then you have to have a reference page for APA. It's called reference page. It starts on a new page, whether it's MLA or APA. So APA will have it'll just say references. Works cited will be for MLA. And so make sure that you have that centered. It's not bolded, centered. Put your references in alphabetical order. You still are required to do the double spacing, hanging indent. If you look below here, I have links that will link you to MLA resource and an APA resource. So, and there's an example that you can follow, but I would honestly go through. So if you look at this example here, this is the best thing that you can follow. So let's say your topic was attending a 2-year college right out of high school. So you're going to have an introduction that slowly leads into it. So I might find a resource that talks about how many number of students attend college right out of high school, and to have some sort of attention grabber. And then so I'm going to slowly lead into my topic. Think of it like going in, think of it like a red light, a stoplight. So you're going to start big red, green. You can't see my hand. So it's going to be wide, green, yellow, and then red. Red is your thesis. Red is where you reveal your topic, your stance, your key point. So you don't want to slam on your brakes at a red light from the very beginning. So you're going to slowly lead into it. Remember that there is no first person in this essay. So no I, me, we. And so so you have an introduction with a thesis at the end. And then, so let's say my thesis, the last sentence of my intro is, I have to move it so I can read it. Attending a 2-year college right out of high school is better than going straight to a 4-year. So I've revealed my stance because it's cheaper, class sizes are smaller, and it better prepares you for the real world. So I have a clear A, B, and C. So then my next paragraph is the A. And so it will start with the first benefit to attending is that it's cheaper. You'll see the same verbiage, cheaper, and that's in my thesis is my A. It goes in order, cheaper. And then you're going to have sources in each one. The last sentence of that paragraph will be a transition. It wraps up that paragraph in a nice, neat little bow and then moves on to the next one. It can be as simple as, for this one, it could be like, being cheaper is not the only reason that attending a 2-year is better than a 4-year. And then the next paragraph, the next reason is that class sizes are smaller. So follow this, and then if you look below, I give examples on how to do the in-text citation for both MLA and APA. So if you follow this example, then you're going to ensure that you get full credit. So if you pay attention to the capitalization is, where the quotation marks are, where the period is. If you notice on that first one, it has the word ever. That's the last word of the sentence, and then space, parentheses, the last name, no comma, no P, just the page number in parentheses, and then the period at the end. So it gives you several examples there, and then it has examples of APA, and it gives you concrete examples how to do it. So if you do it like this every time, then that will ensure that you get full credit. Make sure that you're not using an in-text citation as your first sentence or your last sentence of a paragraph. First sentence is your topic sentence, and that has to contain the verbiage of what's in your thesis. And then your last sentence is always a transition, so it's not a source. Your thesis must be your own words. That is not a source either. So, and then at the very end here, I have a link that will take you to a great resource for APA and a great resource for MLA. So I hope this helps, and make sure you're meeting the length requirement. And so you're going to have to really give enough in your body paragraphs to prove your thesis. So again, 5 paragraphs only. And I would reference this video and take notes. And like I said, if you follow this, then you will be successful. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions.